Here we demonstrate the proper setup for a distillation. So we already have the first piece set up, which is our round bottom flask, correctly clamped into the appropriate sized metal insert. From there, we need our distillation head, followed by our thermometer adapter. Those just get inserted into the round bottom flask. We then place our thermometer into the adapter, always keeping our fingers very, very close to this rubber stopper. In order to measure our temperature as accurately as possible, we want the bulb of the thermometer even with the side arm of the distillation head. In order to condense the solution that's coming over, we place our condenser on here. And we use a keck clip to hold that in place. The role of the condenser, just as it is in refluxing, is that it's cold water running through here, and we have a thin inner tube that's completely isolated from the water that we're running through there. So we're always running cold water through our condenser in order to take any gas that has distilled out of our solution and condense it back to a liquid. The final piece we need is our adapter. Yours may look like this, or it may have a side arm over here similar to the one on a filter flask. That side arm is only used if we're using a vacuum distillation. That's not something we're doing in this course. But we place that on the side here. It also gets clipped into place. Now, this distillation is going to need to be raised up, because what we would need to do is place a collection device on this side. If that's the case, we have jacks that you can put under your hot plate to lift them up. We will also learn about fractional distillation. The setup for fractional distillation is extremely similar. The only difference is that fractional distillation introduces the use of a fractionating column to improve the separation. The fractionating column is made from taking a second condenser and filling loosely the inside of this condenser with steel wool. Once you've done that, you place that fractionating column in between your round bottom flask at the bottom and your distillation head. With this setup, you'll probably need additional clamps, either on this condenser or over here. And finally, with any distillation, you'll want to insulate the left side of your distillation apparatus. That's the side from the round bottom flask up to the condenser. Otherwise, too much heat will escape, and some distillations, especially fractional ones, may never actually start to work. So you can insulate it by getting some glass wool, wrapping that around this entire side, and then wrapping aluminum foil around that as well.